super excited that you guys, I know that for one, can you guys hear me? My internet's saying it's unstable. Okay, I think we're good. Cool. All right. We good? Okay. So I'm just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Alyssa Shoemaker, and I'm just really excited that you guys are here. I get questions all the time about what we do as online health and fitness coaches. And so this is an opportunity for you guys to learn more about what we do and to hear from all different walks of life, different spectrums, people that have been in the business for a long time, people that have been in the business for 3 weeks, 3 months, 1 month, and to be able to hear kind of all of their different perspectives of what it's like to be a coach. All right. So in case you guys don't know who my name or who I am, I started my coaching business 7 years ago. So I'm a mom of 3. I was a registered nurse for 20 something odd years in the PICU, and I had my 3rd baby. She was 7 months old when I got started with coaching, and my oldest at the time was 6. And I was just burned out. I loved nursing, but I loved my kids more. And I wanted to be home with my kids, and I just needed to get a way out. And I couldn't figure out what that was. And I unfortunately had an event in my life where my grandfather passed away, and it just kind of made me look at, like, am I really doing the things that I really want to do? And I kind of like have it like that's like my awakening. And at the time, I was in school for my master's, so I was juggling all the things. I was working as a nurse, I was in school as a master's, you know, I was like knee deep in Sesame Street and mom life and dirty diapers, and, you know, like I had no time for myself. I didn't know what I really wanted in life, and I just felt like I was kind of stuck. I had always been told, like, go to school, get the job, get the degree, and you're gonna have the life that you wanna have. And that's what I did, but that's not what happened. I followed the path. And my husband followed the path too. He's an engineer of the masters, and he followed that path too. And we just found that we were living in debt, that we just couldn't get ahead. And this opportunity came my way. And you guys, I'm not gonna say, oh my God, this like changed my life and I knew that this was gonna be the one thing, because that's not really how it works. The opportunity was presented to me to start running my own online boot camps and to start being a part of this coaching opportunity. And I didn't know what it was. I knew that I loved health and fitness. I knew that I loved health promotion, but that was pretty much all that I really knew. And so when she first asked me, she wanted me to be a part of her boot camp. And at the time, I was a bikini competitor. I was working out 2-3 hours at the gym. I mean, I scoffed at home workouts because I was like, there is no way that I can get that result. It's just not going to happen, whatever. I don't need your accountability. I don't need your support. I felt like I was like way above it. Okay. Until I watched her, and I watched how happy she was, and I watched she was home with her kids, and I was watching like the impact that she was making, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna dig more and see what it is that she's doing. And so there happened to be a live event here, and they were gonna have a workout with one of our trainers. His name is Joel Freeman. If you guys use any of Beachbody's programs, he does boxing, lifting programs, stuff like that. And I thought, all right, this guy is in good shape. He's gonna give me a killer workout. I'm gonna go to this event thing that she's talking about, and I'm just gonna sign up and do the workout, all right? So that's exactly what I did. And then afterwards, I kind of heard something about this opportunity that I'm going to share with you guys tonight. And I learned a little bit more about what the coaching opportunity, what it really was about. And in the part of where I was at and where I had my awakening was that my grandfather had passed away from diabetes, and he had passed away from heart disease. And I didn't feel like I was making that impact as a nurse. That was my big disconnect. I didn't feel like I was making that difference, and my grandfather had passed away. And so when I started to dive in and really look at the system a little bit more, I realized that it's just simple nutrition, simple macronutrients, simple portion control, a range of different fitness programs that most people can do. And then the key component, and I think this is the key and why I love what I do so much, because it's the support and the accountability that makes a difference. It's the human to human connection. And I'm gonna get all teary-eyed because I'm looking at my girls on here and they make me so proud. But it's that human to human connection. And I feel like that is what makes the biggest difference, is that people need supported. people, you can tell them, here's the diet to follow, here's the, a workout plan to follow, but it's a different story when you've got a group of girls that are waiting for you to show up, and you've got a group of girls that are posting their workouts and posting their selfies, and when you want to lay on the couch, you get up and you get your workout in. And that is what I have found works so much. And so I fell in love with that process. And because being a nurse, I loved, helping people, and I love that transformation, and that's really what I was missing. I found that I found this passion in coaching. And so I didn't have this vision that I was going to leave nursing. It was nothing like that when I got started. It was just, wow, I found something that could fill my cup. It could fill my soul. I just loved it so much. And so I found that I was spending like all of my waking time coaching. And so I got to this point in my business where like, I just didn't want to go to work as a nurse anymore, because I just wanted to dive into all of this coaching business. And so it was about 9 months into my business, and it was the end of August, going back into summer. And so I was trying to figure out like daycare and all of that stuff. And my business was not huge at that time. I was probably making like maybe $800 a week. I was not replacing my nursing income at that time. But my husband's like, I can tell you really love this. I can tell that you really, really enjoy this. Why don't you go all in on this? All right, you guys, I had just finished my master's, okay? I had just finished my master's. I just came out of school, $80,000 in debt. And my husband, the beautiful man that he is out there right now watching my kids, told me, I see a light in you. I'm going to support you. I'm going to get in chills. But I see the support in you, and I want you to go all in for this for 6 months and see what happens. Don't go and try to find a job. Just see what happens with this. And that's exactly what I did. And in that time, I was able to build a 6-figure coaching income. You guys, I'm not special. It's not like I had social media experience or business experience or anything like that. But what I did is I transformed the skills that I had as a nurse of caring for people and supporting people and listening and that communication. And I brought that into my coaching business, and I applied it to Beachbody. I let Beachbody provide me with the trainers and the nutritionists and all of those things and the experts that they have. And then I showed up what I was really good at. And that's self-care, right? And so as a mom, I was already super burned out. I needed to find something else. I wasn't able to get into those crazy routines like I was wanting to because, mom life. And so I just found that I was going to give these workouts a try. And so in the beginning, I was a little bit hesitant. I'm not going to lie, because I kind of thought that I was above the workouts. I saw them working fine for all of my girls. I could be like, girls, here, you do this workout, and you do that work, and you do that workout, and you're going to totally nail it. And I started seeing all of these transformations happening. And then that time, my life started getting so busy that I started diving into the programs too. And slowly I transitioned from not going to the gym and really just doing at-home fitness, because I was able to cut down my time and my results. I was working out 2, sometimes 3 hours in the gym, and now I'm now 42 and a half years old, you guys, and I work out 30 minutes, maybe 35 minutes a day, and I'm in the best shape of my life, and I don't diet anymore. I was a yo-yo dieter and somebody that dealt with anorexia, bulimia. I mean, like, you name the gamuts of the food disorders, like I had them all coming my way. And this helped me so much because it gave me freedom in choosing foods and portion control and to have a supportive environment. And so not only in this process was I able to, really get rid of the diet, but build up my mindset. And so long story short, this is why I'm so passionate about what I do, because it literally changes lives. And so tonight, you guys have the opportunity to hear some fabulous people that I've been able to mentor, that I've been able to partner with over the years, or the last couple months, and they're going to share their stories with you guys as well on just how coaching has impacted them. And then at the end, any kind of questions that you guys have, we will allow you guys to take the floor. Does that sound good? And then the chat will be totally yours. So I'm going to hand this over to my friend Carrie. Go ahead, girl.
Hey, thank you so much. What a queen to get to speak after. Alyssa is a freaking queen, and we are just so lucky to have her mentorship on this team. So if I didn't invite you to this call, my name is Carrie. I'm in Pittsburgh too, and I've been in Beachbody for 18 months. So I have like the opposite story of Alyssa, kind of. So I'm going to just tell you guys a little bit about me and how I got started in my own personal story. So I have 2 kids. They're 5 and 3. And when I had my son, he was actually born with a birth defect. And when I had him, I decided that I did not want to take my health and fitness for granted ever again. And at the time, my youngest sister had been using these DVDs my mom had purchased and had lost like literally 30 pounds. And I was like, I told my husband, like, I want to try these DVDs that she's doing. Like, they're really working. Like, she looks amazing. And my husband, he's a gym rat, and he's like telling me to go to the gym. And I'm like, how? Like, I have a baby at home. Like, what am I supposed to do? So he naturally, in his way, gives me everything I want, orders me the DVD. I make him go upstairs for my first workout, like super embarrassed. And I just all of a sudden like start losing all of this weight. Like people are seeing me and they're like, Carrie, oh my gosh, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm doing this DVD. And like at the time, I didn't even know coaches were a thing. I was just doing my thing, you know? Fast forward, I do DVD after DVD after DVD, which thank goodness we have this service now versus that. And my husband, I get pregnant. When I got pregnant with my daughter, I was in the best shape of my life. Like I felt amazing. I almost had a 6-pack. I felt great. I had my daughter. And when I had her, you know, pregnancy, what have you, and I have her and I realized like, all right, this is really cool. Now I have 2 kids. I'm at home. I'm miserable AF, like so miserable. I worked at a diner for 12 years. So I'd work like night shifts. So like 5 p.m. to 5 o'clock in the morning. And I would like work that shift, come home, sleep for 2 hours, get up with my kids. And I was just like miserable. And, you know, after I had her, I started using the service that we have now. And I was like getting this amazing transformation again. Well, obviously now at this time, my husband says to me, like, we realize coaches are a thing. And he's like, you should really try coaching. And I'm like, I'm never coaching, ever. Get it out of your head. I'm like, don't bring it up to me. I don't want to talk about it. I'm never going to be a coach. Can you imagine what everybody's going to think of me when I do that? Could you imagine me putting myself out there on social media like that? That is terrible. I could never do something like that. Don't even talk to me about it anymore. So I'm going to work and I'm, you know, we're like handing babies off every weekend, like literally footballing them off. And I remember thinking like, oh my gosh, like my son is literally like going to be going to school in 2 years. Like, what am I going to do? And it's like, it chokes me up to think like 2 years ago, 18 months ago, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking like every weekend I'm going to go to work for 12 hours. You're going to go to work and at night we're going to like literally be passing babies off. Like, what about when Braden goes to school? Like, what are we going to do? Whatever. And we were living paycheck to paycheck. And let me tell you guys, I did not have a good childhood. The way that I was raised is not an abundance mindset. It is a mindset of you work to pay bills. To go on vacation, you have to not pay bills. We've had our electricity shut off. We've not been able to afford groceries. My father's an addict. I'm the oldest of 5 kids who I basically half raised because of the situation in my family and how terrible it was. And, you know, that's what I was raised. And like, you know, one day I came home from work and I had my daughter and she was very young. She was probably like 4 or 5 months old. And I was sitting at the table with her and I lived in a house that was literally like, you know, 900 square feet and it was crooked. Like literally, like if I put a pen on my kitchen table, it would roll down the table. Like I'm still having trouble cooking on a stove in my dream house because I'm so used to cooking on a crooked one. Like that's how bad it was. And so I'm sitting there with her and I'm thinking, wow, this is just so crazy to me. You know, I literally had this like really strange flashback. Like when I was a kid, my mom, my dad was an addict and like we never had a home. Like we moved every other freaking weekend, like not even kidding you. And at one point we lived on my Aunt Mary's 3rd floor and me and my sister's beds were like right next to each other. And like I like always protected my sister. She is my baby, like the one who's right below me. And every night I was literally so afraid something bad was going to happen. I would stay up until she would go to sleep. And I was so freaking young. Like I was so young. And I remember looking in the mirror, there was like a mirror. My mom didn't even have a bedroom. She slept in the living room. She had like a day bed. And I remember looking at her and she was on the phone with my cousin. She thought I was sleeping and she was crying. And she's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like we are so broke. We're supposed to go to SeaWorld in a couple weeks. Like my dad was out on a bender and it was just terrible. And I remember thinking, I'm never going to let this happen. When I'm older, I'm going to take care of my mom. I'm going to take care of my family. My kids are going to have a nice house. They're going to have a home that they can put a wreath on the front door. Like, I'm never going to have to go through this. I'm going to get such a good job and I'm going to go to school and everything else. And I'm looking at my daughter and like, for some reason I had that really weird flashback and I was like, oh my God, what have I done? Like, what have I done? I am 28 years old, or however old I was, 26. I am miserable. I live in a crap house. We live paycheck to paycheck. If Christmas is coming, I better think about what bill I'm not paying. And hopefully my husband's paycheck is coming. And so my husband came home from work that day and he's like, what's wrong with you? You're miserable. And I'm like, don't ask me why I'm miserable. It's none of your business why I'm miserable. And I tell him, like, I'm so tired of it. Like, is this how my life's going to be? Just like my parents, like, oh my gosh, like I never wanted this. I wanted my life to have so much in it. And then you see what happened is that girl in kindergarten, life beat her up. Life put her in Dennies. I thought I was going to set the world on fire with the wet book of matches. I had the heartbreak of a lifetime that threw me into the arms of an abusive man who was twice my age, downward spiraled me into literally my parents' life. Until I met my husband, and then I really thought I had the world, was going to set the world on fire. And then I realized, oh my gosh, like adulting is not fun. And then I'm just like freaking out. What does my husband turn around and say to me? You should try that coaching thing. I'm like, don't say it again. Like, I was so mad. Like, I could have ripped his head off, honestly. At this point, my dad had just been on KDK News, genuinely. I was eating a steak hoagie at Eaton Park and his face was plastered on the TV. So like, I'm like, can you imagine? Look at me. First of all, I'm still fat. Like, I just had the baby. I'm like, second of all, my dad was just on the news. Third of all, everybody is going to think that I'm a loser. Like, everyone's going to be like, oh my gosh, look at her. She's selling something. I was so worried about everyone else's opinion. Why was I like that? Like, I don't even know why I did that to myself. And I was so afraid to put myself out there. Like, what if I fail? What happens? What happens? I went to work the next day. I don't recommend this, by the way. And there was a lady yelling at me over a bagel. And I was like looking at her and I was like, I can't do it anymore. Like, I can't do it anymore. And I walked out the back door and I came home and my husband's like, what are you doing here? I'm like, I'm done. And he's like, what are you gonna do? I'm like, I guess I'm gonna try the coaching thing. And I threw my apron in the garbage can. The next day, there was a lady in my inbox, like over and over again, you should coach, you should coach, you should coach. And I'm like, oh my God, lady, you know? And finally I bit the bullet, so to speak. I bought into it, you know, I paid my fee and I decided I'm gonna try coaching. So I launched my business, and then immediately after I was like, well, what the F did I just do? That was the worst mistake I ever made. I'm gonna be back at the diner. I'm never gonna make any money. I never should have done that. What is wrong with me? My first paycheck was $50. And I am a negative person by choice, not anymore, but I used to be. And when I got my $50 paycheck, I was furious. I was like, great, $50? Fantastic. That's not gonna buy me anything. Meanwhile, it paid for gas in my car and diapers, you know, but I was still an ungrateful brat. And then 2 weeks went by and me and my husband, like, it was so weird. Cause like when I started it, I was like so worried I was going to fail. I was like so scared. And, you know, I remember there was like a voice inside of me that said like, just keep going. And at the time I thought I was losing my mind. I'm like, I'm never going to make it. Like, this isn't even real. Like, I'm never going to make money. This is a serious, genuine pyramid scheme. Like, this is never going to work. What did I get myself into? And then there was something inside of me that just said, just go, Carrie, just go. And I get goosebumps every time I say that, because I know now that it was divine intervention, 100%. Like, I've never felt so close to a divine thing ever, now that I look back. And my second paycheck was $300. I was at the grocery store with my husband, and we stocked up on everything. I mean, we had all the good brands of like Heinz ketchup, no cheap brand. We had Lucky Charms. We had all the good stuff. And I was just so happy to be able to do that, because it was always the cheap brand, you know, and we're driving around in the cart, whatever. And I look at my husband and he's like this big meathead, you know, and I'm like, are you about to cry? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, why? And he's like, I'm just so proud of you. And like, at first I was like, oh my God, stop crying, we're in Walmart. But then like when I left, I was like, oh my gosh, $300, like $150 a week would pay for my groceries. If I could just make $150 every week, pay for my groceries, oh my gosh, that could do so much for my family. And then it could just all keep compounding and I could just do this. And I went home And I wrote on a whiteboard, like, my family is free. And I sat it in the corner of my room, and I didn't even have a desk at the time. I pulled my nightstand over into the corner of my room, and I literally sat there every single day for at least a year and worked probably between 1 and 2 hours a day. And as time went on, obviously more time, because it became a full-time income for me. I am 18 months in the business. I am number 1 in the Northeastern region, number 7 in the entire company, a mid 6-figure earner. And I love my job. It has completely transformed my life, inside out, up, down, and around sideways. An incredible opportunity that I literally sat on with my finger on the trigger for literally 5 years. Why did I do that? I was so afraid. I was so afraid. And I was living my life according to my circumstance, and not that little girl in the kindergarten room. And I think that is the biggest thing in life, is that we all live our lives according to what we have and what we think we're stuck in, instead of thinking about, what did that child want in the kindergarten room? What did she want? Because that's what you were meant to be before life beat you up and put you where you're at now. And so that's my story. That's it.
You're amazing. That was awesome. Ah, every time I hear a story, I'm like, oh my God. Because it's so good. So now I want to introduce you guys, because we have some like super awesome new coaches. And so this might be, first of all, you guys would have given them a round of applause, because these girls, some of them are like brand spanking new. Like Tori, what, a month in? Chrisia, what, 3 months in? Like, so we had a bunch of like brand new coaches. So Lauren, Chrisia, Jackie, Tori, I think Molly just said that she was on. I saw her, and Randy. They were all so kind to share their perspectives, which I don't really do too often, because not that many new coaches really want to like get on Zoom and like go live. But, you know, I think quarantine has like maybe made us all a little bit more responsive to Zoom. So I'm super, super excited for them, because I feel like the biggest thing is that people don't know what to expect. Or people might look at, you know, my story and be like, oh, that's great for her. You know, she started this 7 years ago and whatever. And you can look at Carrie and be like, she's a raw unicorn. And, you know, I mean, like, people, you can make up whatever story in your head you want to about like why you can't do this and why you can't be successful. But I want you guys to hear from these girls, because they're amazing. So we're going to do a little bit of a Q&A with them. And so I'm just going to start, first of all, with Tori. So Tori, if you want to unmute yourself and just share a little bit about your story and why you decided to get started as a coach.
Absolutely. So like Alyssa said, I've been a coach for almost 4 weeks. I think I signed up on May like 30th, so not even a month yet. And in all honesty, when I've never been approached by a Beachbody coach, ever, a day in my life, not once. And one day I was just scrolling on Facebook after multiple days of praying to God, asking him for something. I was like, I need something for me. My family, my husband's military, we just moved to Tampa not that long ago, and we decided for me not to work for a while. I'm a nurse, and just because of COVID and everything else that's going on, and I was just like, I need something that's mine. And so for about 3 days in a row, I was just like, please give me something. And I was scrolling on Facebook, and I saw a sponsored ad from Alyssa, and I read it, and I asked for information, and I saw the videos, and I was like, kind of like Carrie said, just inside me, it was like, do it. Like, what do you have to lose? Like, I love working out. I played soccer in college. I was like, what do I have to lose? So I signed up, and I've just kind of thrown both feet in and have been going as hard as I can at it, because I needed something for me, and I love it so far. So that's kind of how I got into Beachbody.
I love it. I love it. Awesome. So did you have any like kind of absurd concerns or any kind of fears or anything like that before you?
Yeah. I think exactly like Carrie. I was so afraid of what people were going to think of me. And just like, what are all of these nurses or, you know, people that I went to high school with or college, like that are lawyers or whatever, what are they going to think of me being like, hey, you want to come join my online boot camp? And that's when, I mean, that was there for like a week and that's gone. I'll ask anybody now. Within my first week, I actually signed up one of my nurse practitioners that I worked with in North Carolina, and I wasn't going to message her for like days. I didn't message her, and finally I did, and she was like, yes, I need this. And it was like, you don't know who needs something. But so that was a huge fear. Another huge fear for me was that before we moved, I decided to get rid of all of my social media. So I had no social media, or I had a social media, but I had like 40 followers and 100 friends on Facebook. So I was like, how am I going to get in contact with all of these people again that I've just kind of like ghosted for a while because I just haven't been around? So that was a huge, concern for me. It was just like, how am I really going to do this? But like I said, I put 2 feet in, I jumped in, and it's been a lot of fun. I love all of these women on here with me, and it's just been great.
Oh, I was muted. I was like, hey, you did so good. Welcome to my team, people. Okay. All right, let's move it over to Chrissia. If you want to mute yourself. Here she goes.
Okay. All right.
So
Hello.
tell them how long you've been a coach, babe.
So I've been a coach for 3.5 months. I started February 28th to be exact.
Beautiful. And why did you decide to get started as a coach?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Just to be honest and plain true, I was just tired, sick and tired, like really, of my situation. I'm a nurse. I love nursing. This month, actually, I've been nursing for 6 years. Always been great at it. Always this smile, bringing to a patient's room or family member. And I just found the best job that I recently had, Monday through Friday type of deal, something I always wanted. But I was just drained and pulled away from my life, what I love. Like, where's my freedom? And I'm like, Tori, I prayed. Some of my coworkers, they'll be like, I just pray that someday there's something where I can, just be healthy and post on social media, that type of thing. Didn't know it existed, but I was sick and tired every day, just running. And then the virus came about, and we closed down for a week at my job, and then we came right back like nothing happened. And I was tired. I was like, no, this is like I think it was Carrie said that bagel, when somebody was fussing. I had my moment one day. I could hear my administrator in the back planning a baby shower or something. And I could not, I'm like, you know what, this is it. I give my all, like 100% at work. And then when I come home, I have nothing to give. So, and then I was unhealthy. I was tired, sluggish, all of that. And I was a nurse, right? So I just knew that I wanted something different. And I didn't even know that what I was really getting into. I was just like, if this is gonna free me, sign me up. And that's how it came about. Didn't know that all of these amazing things, and I could help people and this capacity. I did not know. But that's how I came about, from being sick and tired, miserable. I had the last straw, and yeah, that's how I came here. That's how I'm here. I prayed.
I love you guys because I prayed too.
Like, help us.
It's the truth, guys. Okay, so Chrissy, I think it's a really good thing. So I get a lot of times where people say, like, I'm not at my goal weight. How can I ever help anybody else? How can I ever come in, and how can I ever be a coach? Can you share that experience? Because I know that you've had a huge, awesome transformation. You come in and you've got like the whole globe going on, but like, share that experience with them for like what happens? Like, when you get started in the boot camp, can you just kind of like give them that experience?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, I'm just gonna go on the other end of it. I have gained so much confidence, so many like doors. Every day I'm growing in my mind. I'm the type of person, I'm young and I'm an ordained minister. And one day I posted one of my famous transformations that I got like in 2 months. Like normally that would have taken me like 6 months to get, but anyway. And I posted that, and I wish I could show it to you. There was a picture of my belly was out. And she was like, take that off. Take that off of Facebook. She was freaking out. But and now she understands, like, this is what I want to do. So I have always been an introvert, very shy. You could not have paid me to post my journey. But like I said before, sign me up. What do I have to do? I'm going to be 100% coachable. I'm going to do my best. What do I have to do? Because the freedom sounded much better than where I was. So if I had to post, tell me, post, I'm going to share my journey with you. And that's what I love about it. I broke that barrier down, and every single day, like, I'm not afraid to share it. I just love it. I'm not afraid to share it. So, but that's my experience, because I've gained so much confidence. I don't think if I would not have came in coaching and shared my journey, I don't think I would have the confidence that I do today. I don't. I think I'd still be fearful. I would still like worry what somebody has to say about me. Yeah. So share your journey. It's your journey and your experience. And it's like right now the virus is going on. It's not a whole lot. I mean, we can really do. Share your journey, live throughout your journey, and create it. And that's what I've been doing. It's been an amazing experience, truly.
Yeah. You're so inspiring. I love you. I can't wait till I can hug you in real person. Thank you. Okay, I see Jackie's right next to you. So Jack, I'm gonna mute you. Christia, thanks so much, love. All right, so Jackie is also a brand new coach. Jackie, how long have you been coaching?
Just about a month.
Jackie's been coaching about a month. And you want to share your experience about how you got started?
Sure. So I had a baby in February, and I actually owned the 21 Day Fix DVDs. I had done them a few years back. So I kind of already was familiar with Beachbody in a sense. And after I started getting results, after going through one round of it, I just realized that, you know, while I'm having such good results, I wanted to share it with other people. So I found the coaching opportunity and did some research on it, and I actually contemplated it probably for like 2 weeks before I actually found, or my coach found me, I should say. And then I was ready to hit the ground running. And I actually, I also work a full-time job. I'm a biologist and a wetland scientist for the county that I live in. So I do work a full-time job, and I'm able to also do the Beachbody coaching as well. And I work probably maybe like an hour, 2 hours a day, but I am working from home for my regular job too. So I just find little pockets throughout the day where I can like take a break from that and then work on it.
Cool. Did you have any fear or any kind of reservations prior to getting started with coaching?
Probably some of the same that the other coaches have shared. You know, what are people going to think? You know, am I going to be successful? Am I going to be comfortable with like asking people to join me? That kind of, those are my main fears.
Awesome. And she is like totally rocking her business. It's just so fun to watch these girls come in and just be super coachable and go through our system. So congrats, Jackie. You're amazing. Thanks so much for sharing your time with us tonight. I think the next Rosie is Randy. So Randy's coming to us from Canada. She's one of our Canadian coaches. Beachbody, we are able to have or service people in the United States, in the United Kingdom, in France, in Puerto Rico, and in Canada. So it's kind of cool. We have international business access. So talk about like changing the freaking world. So Randy, do you want to get on and share a little bit about your story and how you got started?
Yeah, so can you guys hear me?
Are you there, Randy?
Now.
Here, do you see her?
I'm here.
Hello, hello, hello. I don't know if you're breaking up. Can you guys hear her? I can't hear Randy. Okay, Randy, I'm gonna come back to you. Your service isn't right. I'm gonna wait till it's stable. Sorry. Let me see who's next.
Can anyone hear me?
I think Molly. There's Molly, girl. Hi, Molly. Okay, you wanna unmute Molly?
Yep. Hi.
Hi. Okay, so Molly is another one of our newer coaches. And Molly, I want you to share your experience since you've been a coach. Tell them a little bit about your backstory, and then I want to hear your kind of experience and aha moments. Go, girl. You
Yes,
got it. Come on, shine, sister.
All right. So I actually never even thought anything about coaching at all. When I first started Beachbody, I was one of those people that you all will find if you are a coach or become a coach that has every excuse in the book. Every excuse in the book to not make it work. And Carrie actually was like, just kind of like, okay, yeah, but she was consistent. And she said to me, I just think that, if you coach, you would be held more accountable. And I'm like, okay. And I was like, I'll think about it. So one day I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, that's definitely it. I am a person who I like to help other people. I don't help myself. I don't do anything for myself. Used to be that way. That's changed a lot since I've become a coach. So I kind of just was like, all right, let's see what this is all about. And when I got into this group of incredible women and started actually doing the work for myself, it was like this instant, I do get emotional about it. It was like this instant, like, wow, this is what it feels like to feel good. And I still have moments like that. And then I thought about all the things and I saw how, all these women can be so uplifting and so healthy and so inspiring and so just the momentum and the personal development and just doing all the things. And so, yeah, for me, I do want to have financial freedom from it because I did lose out on so much of my time with my children. I actually have been in the healthcare field since I was 18. I started out as a CNA and then an LPN, and then I started my prerequisites for my RN. So that being said, I was never, ever, ever, ever home for my kids. So then I realized how much more this could become, and just feeling better emotionally, feeling better physically, and I don't know. Sorry.
No, you're awesome. You're awesome.
So now I'm here, and I think that it's incredible, and I just have to share this with anybody that I possibly can get my hands on.
We love you, Molly. You're so proud of you, girlfriend.
I'm so proud of you, Molly. I love you. I gotta go.
Thank you.
All right, so let's hear from Lauren, and then I'm gonna try to go back to Randy. Lauren.
Hey.
Hey, what's up, girl? All right, so Lauren, Mama got her sexy back. Let's hear your story, Lauren.
Yep. So definitely. So, got little man in my arms right now. So mom of three, similar story to, Alyssa. I'm a PICU nurse and been a nurse now for 12 plus years. I love, nursing. I love taking care of patients and their families. And it was something that I was very passionate about. And it was something like taking care of them and seeing them through the hardest times of their life. Right. And it's those things that you have to deal with people in the hardest times of their lives, literally. And so for me, I was getting burned out. There was like so many fears and anxieties, and then along comes our third child, and we had a lot go on last year, to say the least. So we sold our old house, we bought another house, we renovated that house, we had our baby, and nothing for me like was in that picture. There was no time to take care of me. There was no time to take care of the kids. There was no time to eat right. It was eating out. It was the quickest meals possible. There was no workout time whatsoever. And so, we finally got moved in, and like I'm sitting on the couch and I'm scrolling through, and I'm just like, again, kind of similar story, like, God, you have got to give me something. I need something in my life. I need to get me back. And I was just so depressed and so upset because when I had my first two kids, they're 11 and going to be 8. And so, he's not even 1 year old. So there's a big age difference, and I'm older, and losing weight is not as easy for me when I was 18, plus years old. So it's like, why isn't this weight falling off? And it's like, well, I don't know, because you're sitting on the couch and eating like crap and not getting up and not moving. And I was, I finally like recognized that I was depressed. I was super depressed. I was in a bad place. My mindset wasn't right. And, I just needed something. And so I kind of similar story again. I was scrolling. I saw Alyssa's page. She's so inspiring. She's so uplifting and so just like empowering, and like all of those positive things that I used to be is now like, it's like, oh yeah, like there it is. Like that's who I used to be. I used to be this super positive person, and I always had this positivity. I always saw the great in people, and I need to see the greatness in me again. And so, I filled out the application, and it's like, all right, well, I can not only transform me, but I can help other people. There are other people, there's other moms out there that are overwhelmed, that are, they're taking care of their kids, they're taking care of their families, they're taking care of everybody else but themselves. And it can really be a daunting, task. And so it was like very scary. It's not like I jumped in, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be awesome at this. I didn't have a social media like everybody else. I literally did not have an Instagram. I posted on Facebook via like my husband's page, and he would always tell me like, babe, you need to do this on your pictures. You need to put this on your pictures. You need to say it like this. And he would help me out. Like I didn't know how to post things. I didn't even know about Facebook stories. Okay. So like real talk, there was no, like I when I jumped into this, I did it blindly. Alyssa said, hey, we'll teach you, we'll coach you, we'll tell you what you need to do. And it's like, all right, you tell me what I need to do and I'll do it. I've got to do something. I've got to pull myself out of this ditch. So if that's what I need to do, I'm all in. And, and I did it, and it is, and it's simple, and it's not hard, and it's something that is so rewarding. And I think that like the most rewarding thing is, I've been a coach less than 2 months. And again, I was worried about what people thought, and like what, people I grew up with, and nurses and my colleagues and their professionals, and like, God, we went to school together and things like this. And the day I had one of my good friends from high school, she wrote me, and she was like, hey, what are you doing? You're looking great. You're losing the weight. You seem so happy. And so I shared it with her, and then we got her started. And like, she literally called me, and she's bawling. She's straight crying, saying how thankful she is that I'm helping her, how great she is feeling. And it's like, yes, like that is amazing. That's why I became a nurse. I want to help other people. And it's such a great feeling when somebody comes to you and says, you are the reason that I am in a better place. Like you are the reason that I got to my fitness goal. And it is such an overwhelming feeling of just proudness and just amazing things. And you just see how happy they are. And it's like, yes, like I helped you get there. Like that is amazing. And it's just so great. And I have to say it's scary, but anything new is scary. And you just start a new job and it's scary because you just don't know. You don't know what to expect. But I have to say this team is amazing. These girls are amazing. The upline is amazing. Like everything is just amazing. And I love it. I love that I am a part of this. And I love that, you know, that I was able to be a part of this team. And it was divine intervention because all of our energies match and it's amazing. And so, yeah, I'm very, very, very happy to be a part of it now. I'm glad that I made that leap of faith.
Awesome. We're so excited you're here. Yeah, you guys can tell we're like really kind of high vibe energy. Like our calls are all like, hoo, 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 hoo. So yeah, we're raising the roof. We'll either like scare you away or like that stuff. Some people are just like, you guys are a little bit too much, but that's all right. You know, I'm not going to dim down my shine. That's for sure. So let me see if we can get Randy on first. And then I just want to go over a couple of things for you guys and what to expect. I don't know. Randy, are you still
I'm
there?
here. Can you hear me now? I switched to my phone.
Yeah, in Canada in the house. What up?
It's better on my phone, I guess.
Yes. So tell them, because Randy has had an incredible transformation. Do you want to tell them about that?
About my transformation, I am down 30 pounds. I'm actually down, actually, I just tried on another pair of shorts and I'm down another 2 sizes. So I'm dropped 12 pant sizes, dress sizes, which is like amazing. Like I feel so good. So yeah. It's just like it's not even just like physical though, like it's mind, like the transformation like is just amazing. Like I was so down, like I just had 2 kids back to back. Well, not just my youngest is 15 months, but they're 17 months apart. So I literally went from one pregnancy, I stopped nursing because I got pregnant again, like literally went from one baby to the next baby and just completely lost myself. And I was getting depressed. I was just all about, my life was around the kids, like literally bedtime, nap time, feed them, nurse them, feed them, sleep, everything was all them. I didn't have anything for myself and just completely losing myself. And then I seen a post on one of the Facebook groups my coach had posted and I was like, this looks pretty interesting, messaged her and I kind of ghosted her for about a few months. And then finally I was like, okay, I need to do this. She posted something about this super weekend and a super trainer. You get to work out with them. It was actually Chris Downing. It was in January. And I was like, okay, I'm going to this. This sounds pretty cool. I need to go to this. And there's a whole bunch of motivational speakers. And I was just like, I looked at her, I was like, I'm doing this. Like, I need to do this. So I literally went home, I signed up and I just haven't looked back since. Like it's just given me so much great energy. Like I don't even have any words for how I feel really. Like it's just absolutely amazing.
That's awesome. I'm just so proud of you. Way to go, girl.
Thank you.
So you signed up like me. You got like brought in by the workout, right? I was like, all right, I'll go to the workout.
Yeah.
Nice one, Sarah. I see your coach on here.
I'll let him
Sarah's like, yay. So great. All right, I'm gonna be you. Okay, so a little bit about what you guys can expect, because I know we're getting a little bit long and I really appreciate you guys all being on because I know how important it is, and it's a Thursday night and time is everything. So a little bit about what you guys can expect, because I know I get a lot of questions about, you know, what happens when we join the team, what should I expect? So everybody, no matter where you're at, I don't care if you're a fitness pro, everybody comes in and everybody joins a boot camp with us first. Okay, so everybody is in a boot camp with us. We will help set you up with a program based on what your needs and your goals are. There are over 700 different options and programs, from bar to dance to weightlifting to, you know, basically whatever the heck you want to use for your fitness. And so we'll set you up with the fitness. With the personal streaming service, you get access to all of the workouts so we can figure out what program is best for you. And then you will be in a boot camp with us. Because the way this works, as you guys can tell, it's about changing yourself from the inside out and then inspiring others. So what we do is we put our own oxygen mask on first. We get ourselves into the boot camp. We get ourselves feeling real freaking good. And then from there, we start sharing our experience. And as you guys can see, when you start to feel good, you just naturally start to share what you're doing because you want others to feel this amazing. And that's what we do, okay? And then when you decide that you're like, yeah, all right, now I feel so freaking amazing that I can't contain this to myself and I must share it with the world, we put you into our new coach training. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. You watch 2 videos, and then after that, you will do a launch post with us, okay? We will help you craft up that launch post, and then we will schedule a day where you will launch your business with whoever your coach is, whether it's me or Carrie or whoever it is that invited you here. And then we will help you on what to say. And then we work in a pod system. So we have a different pod system where you start in our new coach pods, and then we've got, as you rank up and go up the business, you're always then with different people that are at your level and you're getting the education that you need. So we work one-on-one with Carrie and I, or we partner together. Well, we've got lots of business partners, but for this training, we've partnered together. So you will go through our pod training system. Okay. So that's how we work our business. So you're going to be working directly with us. So if you don't like us, it's probably not a good idea to join the team. No, just kidding. But because you guys will be working pretty close with us. All right. So that's how we work our business, because we know by doing that, we can get you guys results and we can get you guys success. I've helped people build really big businesses. I've got a lot of other 6- and 7-figure earners underneath me that I've helped build businesses for. So I'm not cocky. I just am very confident in what I do, so that I know that I can help you do that too. What I ask is, I'm looking for obviously ambitious, energetic people. You know, I am looking for people that want to change their lives and that want to inspire other people along the way. Okay, that's the kind of person that I am looking for. What we're going to do is we are going to be starting a boot camp and a new coach training with you guys. Okay, so that is going to start next week. The boot camp will actually start, you'll get your stuff. We'll have like a little bit of a prep week, and your actual like boot camp will start on July the 6th. So you guys are aware of what those dates look like. Okay. Over the next couple of days, what I want you guys to do, well, tonight, I want you to reach out to whoever it is that invited you here and talk to them if this is something that you want to do. Any kind of questions that you have, they will answer those questions for you, and they will also help you choose a package to get started. So you guys know the cheapest package to get started is $140, okay? What this is going to give you, it's going to give you access to our personal training system that has over 7,000 workouts, like I told you guys before, like literally everything and anything underneath the sun. It also is going to give you access to either a pre and a post workout. So if you want a pre and a post workout, like your Energize or Recover, you can get started with that, or you can get started with Shakeology, which is like a meal replacement. It's loaded with superfoods. Okay, so those are the things that you can get started with. That will also waive your $40 coach fee. All right, given that, you're going to get access into all of our boot camps, and you're going to get access into all of our coach training. We literally teach you guys everything from social media to, you know, branding to how to, I mean, anything and everything you guys need to learn how to grow in a business, you guys are going to learn from us. When we tell you guys that we will provide you with everything from meal plans to recipes to anything to support you along your fitness journey and the content, we literally provide you guys with everything. So $140 is a freaking steal if you ask me. I mean, to work with me, it's a deal. So understand that part of it, all right? But on your end, just know, like, we're ambitious, we're energetic, and we want to change the world, and we want people like that. We want people that are like, you know what? I'm sick of living this life that I'm living right now. I'm sick of, you know, going through the mundane. I need something new in my life, and I want to give this a change. Don't join if you're like, I don't really know if this is for me. Because I don't want you to have a bad experience. I want you to have a really good experience. So I want those people that say like, I am all in. And if it's not you, that is totally okay. I'm so happy that you guys are here. And I'm so happy that you guys took the time to spend this almost 55 minutes with us. So mad love to you guys for being on this call that long. But I really want you guys to like think about it, you know, and just say like, if this is calling you in and you're like, hell yeah, sign me up. But if you're kind of on the fence and be like, I don't really know that that's okay. And know that maybe another time down the road is a better time for you. Okay. So I want you guys to reach out to whoever invited you here, and they will answer your questions and get your registration out. Sunday night is the deadline so that we can get everybody lined up and ready to go. Okay, so on our end, we know exactly who we're working with. You can get us in our boot camp. We can get you set up with our meal plan. There's things that are on our end that we need to take care of to make sure that you guys are all set up. All right, now over the weekend, super exciting, because this is not just all about fitness, which it is, but this is a huge community and it's so much fun. Over the weekend, we are having kind of a virtual vacation, meaning that we've got some opportunities to work out with some of the trainers of the company, some special guests. We're gonna have some live workouts we're gonna be able to offer to you guys. We've got some really cool social media, some motivational speakers. Shailene Johnson, Autumn Calabrese's brother is going to be cooking and doing a cooking show for us on Sunday. And this is just a little bit of the things that we offer as advantage into our teams, just because we're networked within the network. So this is a little snippet of what we are sharing with some of our girls that advanced in rank over the first and second quarter. And so we're going to be sharing over the weekend some of these things with you guys as well. So stay tuned and plugged into the group if you guys want an opportunity to have like a free kind of virtual workout. If you guys want to have some live trainings and just get a little sneak peek of what other things are offered with coaching, that's a really great way to just get a sense of the community. So stay tuned into the group so you guys can get a better idea of what that is all about. But I just really appreciate you guys being here with us. I will get the recording. This will be sent out to everybody. So if you guys are on our mail list, you guys will get it. And I will also get it to the person that invited you here so you can listen to it again. But I encourage you guys, if you have the tug on your heart, to just sign up, get started, and just go all in with us, and it literally will change your life. You will be on this call next month and be like, oh my God, it was so great. So I'm super excited that you guys are here. And again, thanks so much for spending your Thursday evening with us. I really, really appreciate it. I am going to leave this open and do questions in the Facebook group just for time, because I want to make sure that I abide by everybody's time, because I know that we've been at almost an hour. So any questions that you guys have, it is a free reign, and you guys can ask them in the Facebook group, and I will come live tomorrow and answer any questions that I see to make sure that all of your questions are answered. So thanks again so much. Mad love to all of you guys. Appreciate you guys joining us. Peace out. Bye.